This day 1503 of the Arukh HaShulchan Yomi. During your day, Simon Reis Tzadik Sif to Reis Tzadik Beis. Sif and Sif Beis. Hey, because I've been on Mav, I'm talking in Sefer Tzman Ginoseh, im Iev Shalatak to me Acher, Vayotzich Lagonza Belav Hachim. You're allowed to fix the Sefer Torah itself. I mean, sounds obviously we said that we're not supposed to make a mezuzah out of a Sefer Torah, but you're allowed to fix the Sefer Torah with its pages. If it's not possible to fix it any other way, that's a Belav Hachi, I guess. To take, if you have to put in mezuzah, you can make a mezuzah out of it. I'm sure talking about acher, the I have no idea actually what this is talking about. Okay, let's see if we can figure it out. If you can fix it another way. Even the Sefer Torah is made out of parchments. It's a dapical klafin. These thick parchments, you want to put thin parchments on it. You should not cut the parchments to fix it. They ain't also talking about bachutz beklaf. There's no prohibition to fix it on the outside from the thinner parchment. Obviously, the Sefer Torah, even though the Sefer Torah is made of thicker parchment, okay, what does this mean? Bedina Mitzvah Maram Padva. This is from the Maram Padva. Vorsham, it's clear that Eno Kosh Zel Yerida Mashab talking about Gion, but Gion Sefer Torah Atzma. Okay, okay, it's really nothing to do with Hilchos Mezuzah. This is halacha that you're allowed to put patches on the Sefer Torah. There are you can't cut away from the precisely from the gilyonis as you necessary for the. I guess to tell you about Sefer Torah which wore out, has to be put in Gniza. We want to use parchment from it, the parchment which wasn't been used, hasn't, which is blank, to make patches for other Sefer Torah. And it's saying you're allowed to do it, but the problem is that the below klum mitzvah Gniza. They're going to be still leftover margins which require Gniza. So the only was permitted this if there's no other way to fix the Sefer Torah which can be fixed. The came below he knows the Sefer Torah mutav yosa takna bag he knows the Sefer Torah, because since without this they're going to be gones the Sefer Torah. In other words, Sefer Torah fixing. So therefore, it's mutar b'yotze takna b'lyonis, because they have an option, but otherwise you shouldn't cut it up. Because Hashem says, "Shona," this way he writes, if you cut just enough to make the patch, that's okay. Because it's you're going up a kedusha. Kimayli b'tchila golyon. This was just blank. And then becomes part of the sefer itself. I rush locus amitam ashiraim. Rush didn't write because of the remnants. El shezeh atzmo yerida here, but this is taking actually a degradation. This way, can you take from the blank parts of Sefer Torah which is ripped, dabig b'hem, and used and glue them on to another Sefer Torah? In Merida, it's going down here. Vadesh aser, it's forbidden. Shafilu chtav la mezuzah aser. You're not allowed to write a mezuzah on it. She'em Merida it's going down. I guess going from Sefer Torah to mezuzah is Yerida, and going from Sefer Torah to a patch is also Yerida. Okay. Because can ledabek hakerash enu mishamish elamaisa devek ba'alma mechorei sefer. Oh, so that's the problem. You're not writing anything on it. They're just using it as a piece of tape. I guess if you wrote something on it, there would be an aliyah. But here you're using just as tape, so he's saying you can't use it just as tape to tape another sefer Torah. Okay. Sefer Torah. Oh, well, that's what he says here. It could be the Rivash. It's a different case than the Maram Padva. The Rivash is talking about we're using it just as a piece of tape. Not to use as a patch to write on, but a patch to write on would be okay. Okay, at least on the patch would be fine. Alfiza, Yeshmad lo pli adori. Okay, yeah, according to this, not arguing. Nucharos kam amram padva. We can pass on padva that you can use it as a patch. He says in brackets, "Ein dach Moshe tafash the pli of ena muchach v'duk." He says the Moshe says it seems to say the argument. It's not. There's no compelling reason to say that. Back out of the brackets. So Milsa B'shita. This is obvious. Also, he told Gilliam Sefer Torah Zu can't take a parchment from this Sefer Torah, attack Sefer Torah, and fix another Sefer Torah. Evidently, if the first one was still operative. It's a Chazm Sefer. Nearest the idea the Zel Rakmi Sefer. Oh, that's what he says. Nearest the idea Zel Rakmi Sefer Torah Kshera. So the Sefer Torah which is still kosher, or she be close to attack, or he could fix it. I would Sefer Torah, Sefer Torah, which is possible. She if she attack, no, he can no longer fix it. She Knisa, and we have to put in Knisa. Mutalik Sosak Ilionis. You can cut the margins. We attack him in Mat Lace from the patch of Sefer Torah Cheres. The Pshit name is read this obviously is not a degradation. So what do you mean? These it's better putting it into Knisa. That's my Rampadva have Aliyah, because Rampadva it's an upgrade. But after that's a reverse, you can reverse. Sheshamar Kamokain, you can also say it's an upgrade. It's only a downgrade if you don't write it. That we said they don't argue with each other. But flat Gnisa, certainly if it's Sefer Torah, which would have to be put in Gnisa, permitted to use it as a written patch for another Sefer Torah. Rate Tzadik Aleph. Mezuzah v'tayniv dekas. Mezuzah from where, when is it checked? V'asocher chayav mezuzah, and the tenant has to make the mezuzah. V'noshin chayav mezuzah, women are chayav mezuzah. Aleph, tiny b'tu yom. Remember it says yom, mezuzah's yochin dekas, but my mezuzah of an individual is taxed twice every 7 years. K'mar b'shmita. Shavua means a shmita. It means once every 3.5 years. Sharabim, if it belongs, it's the public mezuzah, like the openings of courtyards, districts, aeros, and towns. Might be able twice in a yovel. Sharabim, anything which belongs to the masses. We should not require too much effort. If you require too much effort, but you say, let him do it. But of houses, because it's called an individual. Even though it's a communal house, an apartment house. It's the Bach. Adika pairs Rashi, Shem and Nirka, but Rashi explains what are you checking? Perhaps it rotted or Nirka was stolen. I ain't sure. Fees according to smoke on Miyuad, the recover, a place which is likely to be rot for rot to ensue. Such that moisture, like find prevalent in northeastern Europe. You should check frequently. Even once a year. Arukh HaShulchan checked once a year. Even found 3 mezuzahs in your house which are not kulam. Gotta check all of them. It's not chazaka is not relevant to extrapolate from one to the other. Because one place is not like another place. Not sure. I made it was a Kosh Kasa Birka Yosef, because Kosh Birka Yosef. But actually, even when you are lazy from checking, if you want to put another mezuzah up besides the one which is there, that's also you can't do. Shumbal Taisif. Okay, you can't put 2 mezuzahs on the doorpost. It's basically Shuv and Chamuri Daniel. Base Kaimelon. We paskin mezuzah chovas hadoru. Mezuzah the obligation of the person dwelling in the house. Klomar lo chovas habayis was not the obligation of the house. Yesh lo batim eno dar bohem. If he has houses in which he's not living, and he's not using them, they're exempt from mezuzah. Rakim dar b'chay mezuzah. Only if you live there, you're required to put a mezuzah. Therefore, somebody who rents a house from his friend, the renter has to make the mezuzah. And also to determine, put up the place in the place in mezuzah. I guess to put up the tube or whatever. If you stay somewhere for less than 3 days, not mezuzah. Even if you rented a house, assuming there's a mezuzah there, the doesn't turn out to have no mezuzah. It's not considered mekatos. They're not considered a mistaken transaction. We say it's a person prefers to do a mitzvah with his own money. She would do mekalik mezuzah. Back then, when it was easy, when it was a cheap expenditure like mezuzah, they mezuzahs are not cheap anymore. When you go to a house which has a mezuzah, To live in a house which has a mezuzah. So we have rum. Veino ikar. So Arukh HaShulchan rejects that. No material brachas b'shum makom. We don't find such a bracha. But I think this you can do, says Arukh HaShulchan. Let's see mezuzahs to remove the mezuzahs. The bud come check them. Put it back with a bracha. But I was sim reish peites is by shloy verch like Avna. Even though sim reish peites, we say if you take them down to check, immediately put them back up. You don't make a bracha. Silk shvar darba. It's already lived there. I have nichnas the door, but somebody comes in to live. Shopping verch like Avna makes a bracha in this manner. In brackets, he says here, immediately have a talus v'duk, like a talus which fell off. He put back on. I guess this is some idea because you were not living there previously. Gimel tani b'mitzia. B'mitzia masker b'as chavero. So he rents a house to his friend. Our circle has the mezuzah. The tenant has to make the mezuzah. When he leaves, let it be other b'yitzay. Should not take it off and leave. Somebody who left him took down the mezuzahs when he left his rented house. He left the cover. He buried his wife and 2 sons. Even though by tzitzis we hold you can take off one bag and put another bag in. Mezuzah is shiny. Mezuzah is different. It causes demons to come. But the man, or perhaps afflictions to come. However, you can demand payment from the person who's coming in to live there. But even the guy who's coming in does not want to pay him, come also late lunch. Never can remove them. But if you're renting a house to a non-Jew, not them mezuzahs, take on the mezuzahs. You rent a house to a non-Jew. And put mezuzahs, when you leave, you can remove them. And let's go now rent it to another Jew. Yochli told me, so you can take the price from the Jew who's moving in. And when he moves out, he'll take them down. Issue to Latin mezuzahs, those are why they matter to remove the mezuzahs. Even from a Jewish house, if you know that in the place where you're going, you're not going to be able to get mezuzahs. Not clear. I'm not sure what it is about where you sell your house. It's the same halacha. You sell your house to a Jew, you can't take down the mezuzahs. No, it talks specifically about a renter. Some if a non-Jew wants to buy a mezuzah from a Jew to give it to him, it doesn't say to buy. It says to give it to him. The same idea. Shouldn't give it to him. The guy has no such mitzvah. But if we're concerned they might come to hate us, and something bad before as a result, you're allowed to give it to him, sell it to him. In brackets, he says, Mirayim Yushalim Perakam to pay the Rebbe Mishalim Shalach Mezuzah Tabon. Rebbe said the Mezuzah Tarpat Tabon. They must have perished Israel here. Pneumoch says it's a Jew. But okay, it's not true. Can Muchach Meshiltas parishes Akev. It's given from Shilta say he was a Goya in Sham. Rebbe Batuch Shechabda. Rebbe was sure that our Tabon would give respect to Mezuzah. Ayin Sham Shiltas Viduk. Ayin Tosis Shabbos Chab Beis Dimas Chab Tirtzushan. Talit. Women are required to have a mezuzah. Shemitza says she ain't as my grandma. Say which is not time contingent. Women are required to keep mitzvahs which are not time contingent. But I've got the mezuzah iska shel tefillin Talmud Torah, even though there's a linkage drawn between tefillin and Talmud Torah, and women except for Talmud Torah. Nevertheless, it says by mezuzah ma'ani b'yamechem. So you should have a long life. And women also want to have long lives. Also ktanim, like children, we educate them in this mitzvah. They like giving mitzvahs to accustomed to them do mitzvahs. Says somebody makes a mezuzah for himself, says a bracha last mezuzah. Lacher made a mezuzah for somebody else. He says last mezuzah shmot to make a mitzvah for him. When he put it up, Omer Hashem Mitzvah Tzvara Mitzvah Mezuzah. We don't have these different brachas. We only have the bracha likva mezuzah and the kviyas mezuzah. K'moch kasor taisim brachas ela kaimelon, which not allowed to mesh beites seif gimel. I think it's likva mezuzah. Okay, and the hilchos mezuzah hilchos shiluach haken, and the siman reish tzadi beis kol dinei shiluach haken, all hilchos of shiluach haken. Av ksiv ki kan tzipor lefanecha b'derech o b'choletz o haaretz evrochim o beitzim b'em robetz evrochim o beitzim lo tikach em abanim shlach tishlach sa'em lesonim tikach loch. That's a psukim in Dvarim Beis Vav Zayin. If a bird's nest is before you on the road, on a tree or on the ground, chicks or eggs, and the mother is crouching on the chicks or on the eggs, do not take the mother with the progeny. Send away the mother and then take the progeny. Mitzvah is not mitzvah, it's obligatory, but only it comes to hand. Should you go pursue in the mountains and the hills to try and find a nest to send away the mother? If it happens, when it happens in front of you, I ain't sure. But if it happens in front of you, you have to fulfill it. You can't say any road to the Kaksabanim. I don't want to take the mother, the children. I don't want to take the mother. I go to pass over it. The evolution shots the rock Aino it sounds in the language of the Shas, you're not required to pursue the nest. Mashadia sounds explicitly if the nest came to him you're required a mitzvah to fulfill the mitzvah. Chavas Yoyer writes this. Holomaz is analogous to laveda, to lost items. Shena mechuyev lachzor chaveda says you don't go to pursue lost items. But when you pass in front of a lost item, see it says lo tuchal yisalim, you can't ignore it. It'll be the same thing. Hi, you could ask. It doesn't say here you can't ignore it. Because you could say it works that according to Pashup on the buzzer. The similar idea. If the nest happens before you, you have a prohibition. You have the prohibition not to take the mother with the progeny. You have the asay, send it away. And that shalach is like, do not ignore it. Just is a negative command, is a positive command. The bracket says, even though according to the letter of the law, you're not required to pursue it. Nevertheless, it's a great thing to attain this mitzvah. It's a big mitzvah. I bring a raya the opposite actually. But now it says Hossam in the Chulin. But it says I want to do the opposite. I want to take the mother and send away the kids. Right? He's chayiv to send away the mother. Sounds like specifically that case. He's mechuyev sends away the mother. Doesn't want to come close to either of them. He's potter. That's not true if we infer what's going down, what's being told to us here. It tells like this: don't say the Torah was only meticulous. That you should not take both of them. Don't take the mother with the progeny. And take one of them, mitzvah, no matter which one you take. Send away the mother, etc. Send away the mother. It's one of the two options. For the hefech and the opposite also, you can send away the progeny and take the mother. That's not the case. It's specific that you should send away the mother. For little bottom and take the progeny. For all that, not the opposite. So you do it if you don't want to do the mitzvah at all. The bracket says, says, contradiction to this. Chavas Yoyer says that. There's no contradiction if you infer the words properly. Chavas Yoyer, because I'm just near computer. So Arukh HaShulchan has the opinion that if you come across the Ken Sipor, at least according to what we just learned, you have an obligation to send away the mother. The next halach is about, and then the obligation to take the children. That's for tomorrow.